I'm watching all that. Oh my God, that's crazy. 10 people? How y'all doing? Oh, you know, boy, I'm not used to doing this. So funny. I did not know that y'all were watching. All of that. So I definitely have to edit this video. So thank y'all for being here. I see some familiar faces. Hey, Greg. You have to do that video on Will and Jada Pinkett because it's going to be fire. Can y'all hear me clearly? So you don't have to be, you can get, I see M. Cooper, you can become a notary signing agent as soon as you become a notary. There's no time frame. It's totally different training. Hey, DJK, what's your real name, DJK? We can hear you extra. Oh, does that mean I'm loud, Natasha? Hey, hey, Linda. Stop laughing at me, Linda. That's not funny, girl. You know I'm new to this live streaming thing. Oh, yes, Lord. I am glad. So what notary questions do y'all have for me? Because I'm ready. This has been a real eventful week. I did my third notarization, remote notarization on Doc Verify with someone that I actually met on YouTube. And man, I have so much to tell y'all. It's like, whew, I don't know if, we had a child care training that same day. So I don't know if it was my energy, my high energy coming off of that training or what. But it was one page on Doc Verify. One freaking page. Now, I expect kind of for mortgage documents to be about the same price. You know, kind of pricey because it's 200 documents, right? On Doc Verify, it costs for one page notarization about $21. A lot of that is if you're going to record the session, which you do not have to record the entire session because they do record the notarization part, and that's the only part legally that has to be recorded. I chose to record the notarization part, which was cool because I wanted to have that to be able to show you guys a little later how the back end of it goes. And I will do a video after I edit it that shows everything about the back end. So Doc Verify uses credits. So you pay $50 a month, right? And that $50 a month gives you, with the enterprise membership, 30 credits. So I have 30 credits. However, every time you do a notarization on a person that you don't know, they have to identify themselves through that system, and that identity check circles back somehow through the Secretary of State. Don't know how the back end works, but that portion alone, you have to buy extra credits. And so for the identification portion, you buy 10 credits for $20. You got that? So with this one-page document, I needed 17 credits. I spent 10 and I spent $20 and only got 10 credits. So I had to spend another $20. That's $40 now that I've spent to get 20 credits. And so that would equate to, you know, divide whatever that is, 20 by 30, that's $2 per, I'm not saying 20 by 30, 40 divided by 20, that equates to $2 per credit. And so I charged her $2 per credit. The total credits that we used were 17. So, I mean, it just was a whole lot more costly for that one thing than I thought. But I do believe that once I get used to it more, like I've done only 3 notarizations in Verify. When I get more used to the system, it'll be better. Another beef that I had that I'm calling them about tomorrow is, why did the system freeze? I was frozen for, like, I promise, 15 minutes. Now, you have to have a very strong internet connection, both parties. I could hear and see her, but she had to connect with me through her Wi-Fi hotspot on her phone. So I don't think, possibly her connection may have been worse, because I could still see her moving and everything. So, you have to remember that your Wi-Fi connection has to be strong enough, and you can just call your internet provider and see, because there will be downloading and streaming. And I know, let me look, my streaming and download, Tasha, you were trying to tell me that everybody could see me. That's so funny, girl. I didn't know. I'm sorry. That's funny, but my streaming, I'm going to my internet provider. They have this home thing on my phone where I can see my download capabilities on my phone. So I believe I can upstream at a certain rate, upload at a certain rate, upload documents, and then download documents. And your Wi-Fi connection has to be strong enough for that. Also, I was told by my clients, because I never knew this, I've never received a notarization online. So the system for your client will look completely different. When they go through the identification stage of this thing, they have to answer questions from, she said they asked her questions from when she was 21 years old. So if you have older clients, they may not remember that stuff, and they'll fail the identification, and then you cannot notarize them online. So I kind of see why a lot of lenders are hesitant to do it, because there are a lot of rules, and you do need to test the system out the night before. Hey everybody, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Okay, can y'all hear me? Dadgum. Okay, perfect. I had to refresh the page. I don't know what that's about. Thank y'all so much. Woo, I'm so glad that y'all love me, because everybody else would have left right now. But thank y'all. Okay, so it said it was buffering. I think your connection is buffering. This is crazy. You're trying to do a whole live stream and this thing starts freaking buffering. I don't like that. But I was telling y'all about Verify. You're back. The last thing you said was you have to check the system out the night before. Yes, okay. Thank you, Rose. Rose is for me. I'm like, what? I want to know y'all real names. I need to know y'all's real names, y'all. So anyway, yeah, you got to check the system out before with somebody. And I don't mind doing that with you. Just schedule a Calendly with me if you want to do that for Verify or for anything. I'll put my my Calendly thing, my Calendly, it's Solutions by TJ. I'll put the link here in the chat just for you so that you have it, because I do highly recommend that you go through it and go through it with somebody who's done it before. Like I said, I personally have not done a lot of these on Verify. I really, hey Rick, hey Keisha, Oh, thank you. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Raqueza Band. Thanks, TJ. I appreciate it. But so there's my Calendly link. Just call me, get on my calendar, so that I can go through it with you, because man, there were so many glitches, and I am going to call them and email. Their support is really quick, so I expect for them to get back with me tomorrow, and I can give you guys another heads up and let you know how it goes. Do y'all have any questions? I like the idea of .verify. I really do. I like the idea, and maybe once I get better equipped and accustomed to the system, I will be able to handle it a little better. But it nerved me up so bad this last time because the system froze. And then, so the box for the text was about that big, and they don't put, it was a single space document. So the doggone text that the box that .verify gives you was too doggone large. I need to be able to make that box smaller and fit it on there so it's a professional looking document. I didn't feel like I had the ability to do that. So that's another thing that I'm going to talk to them about and get back with y'all about on tomorrow. So Rainy, I think that's your name. You can go on my Calendly link is right above calendly.com/solutions by -TJ. It's right above. It's in the comments. So just schedule an appointment with me and we can talk. No charge. I have at least 2 or 3 calls a day with people. So it's not a big deal. What's your name living below? Because, I was nervous too. And rightfully so. And I'm going to tell you why. Because even though you're starting out notary, if you make a mistake and a client a company has hired you, one mistake and they can just delete you from their network and never use you again. And it's real icky-ticky like that because they have choices in different areas. So my recommendation would be to get a mentor. Somebody that you trust to look over your documents. If you know somebody, a family member, a friend, or hire someone. That's my recommendation. If you're scared, go on and hire somebody to at least go through that first set of documents with you. You also want somebody that can answer your questions if you're at a signing. My cousins answer my questions, and I guess they've kind of been my mentor. My mom, my sister, my 2 cousins, maybe 3 or 4 cousins are all notaries, notary signing agents. So you shouldn't be nervous though completely. Once you get this down, it's not hard. And even when you're at the client's house, it's pretty easy. The documents, you may have a question on the documents while you're at the closing. I've been doing this since 2016, and there are some documents that I've still come across. I'm like, what in the world is this? I'm also going to go through some common notarial acts as far as the document that I notarized yesterday on .verify was an affirmation, it's also called an oath. And that's a type of notarial act where you're kind of, I affirm that I am this person. I take an oath to abide by the rules that are set before me and all that. Greg, all we can do is just go through .verify. That's it. You may not. And one thing that I can tell you is that they have good support, they answer your questions, and they're trying their best to make it as good as possible. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rick. Yeah, I am in Texas, and right now we are only mentoring people who are in the state of Texas. And it is so, Lanisha, have you gone through .verify? Have you tried remote online notary just yet? It is intimidating even after you look through those doggone videos. But like everything else, man, swimming is intimidating. You just gotta jump in the water and start doing it. Going to your first notarization is intimidating. I mean, even when we went face to face, imagine going into other people's houses, people that you don't know. Like, that alone can be intimidating. But you have to do it. And that part to me was fun. Like going to the houses and getting everything done, that was fun. Yeah, Lanisha, you gotta do one. You have to do a practice run on .verify. Just go through it. Just go through it. Just go through it. And I mean, because I'm learning right now, the one document that I did for a client yesterday, I didn't charge her for it. And she was like, well, I want to pay you. No, ma'am. I'm learning the system too. This is my third one. That 3 does not account for make you an expert at anything. So, hey, call me. If I have time to go through it with you, then we will go through it. Absolutely. I'll tell you what I'm seeing on my end. You tell me what you're seeing on your end. Maybe we can get on a Zoom call or something. But because I'm learning this too, I will absolutely do this with you for free. And maybe we can record it and help other people out at the same time while we're doing it. So I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, my advice is that you have to just jump in there and do it. Do y'all have any other questions? I'm so glad y'all are here, y'all. I know, a good freaking 20 minutes in the background doing my hair. That don't make no sense. Do you have any contacts in Alabama that you could refer for mentorship? I'm thinking, let me see, Alabama. I love Birmingham, by the way. Not off the top of my head. Let me think about that. And if I do, I'll come back to these comments and try to answer that for you under your name. But not off the top of my head. It is hard to find mentors, Rainey, and I actually don't mentor for free. There is a charge for us to mentor. The reason that there's a charge is because it's a whole bunch of work. I don't charge for if I'm getting on .verify with you and going through it because I don't know how to do it either. So we're bouncing around together. I mean, I've done 3, but like I said, every time it's something different. My first 2 seemed to be easy breezy. This last one that I did freaked me out because it was like, why do these boxes look like this? Why is the system freezing? It was so much new stuff coming at me, and it wasn't fun. But yeah, I'll do the .verify portion with y'all for free. My mentorship, going over those first documents is probably the hardest thing in getting you set up. So we have a plan in place where you can be mentored for 4 months. I think it's 4 months. Maybe 5 months. I gotta check. And we have pricing available for that. And y'all gonna ask me what that pricing is. And there are 2. Thank you, Katrina. Hold on. One moment. Let me see. Let me see what that pricing is. So we have a few plans, and we'll work with you. And if y'all get on a consultation call with me, then we can talk about what the pricing is. I'll let you know what we charge. I gotta ask my cousin. Yeah, everybody always charges money, but you kind of have to, because it takes up a lot of time. And, you know, like, I have this business with the notaries, and I have other businesses too, and a 13-year-old. So, you know, and I want to be fair to everybody that I mentor. I want to give you everything that I have, and you got to think about it. For the people that I mentor, I've been doing this since 2016. So there's a lot of stuff that you won't have to go through. A whole bunch of bumps and stuff that I spent money on, and I promise you, I ain't gonna let you do it. So that is absolutely possible. Most signings that I've seen come across during this time are about $100. They're paying $100 to $150. So I think I saw somewhere, and you can add this up. How much would it take? So say, for instance, you wanted to make $5,000 a month, right? So I'm going to do the math here on this paper. $5,000 per month. And then you have 1 month equals 30 days. Now I'm going to do 1 month equals 4 weeks. And 1 week equals 5 days. So 5 days a week. So $5,000 a month divided by 5 divided by 20. 5,000 divided by 20. That's $250 a day. Baby, that's 2 notarizations a day. That ain't bad. Not to mention that they're giving, you know, that's $5,000 a month right there. That's really not bad. Not to mention that most of the jobs, like I said, they're paying $100 to $150. So what I do 2 jobs a week. So I normally make anywhere from about, that's $200 a week, 2, 4, 6, 8. I make $800 extra a month. I'm good with it. Hey, Jacqueline. Thank you, roses for me. Yeah, Lanisha, that's good money. I mean, and I know people who make, you know, double that. So if you double, that was $250. You can make $250 with, you know, 2 notarizations a day. And I know people who are doing like 3 notarizations a day, 3 or 4 in their area. The most that I've done personally is 3. And I was beat.com. I was tired. But the reason I was tired is because I built a relationship with a title company out of Dallas. And they called me and they would have me going all over Houston. So my zip codes got thrown off. It's so much easier if you can get signings in your zip code, because it's like bam, bam, bam. When you go 40 minutes north and back, you know, 30 minutes west, it's like you're all over the place. So it's not a good optimization of your time. Not to mention Houston's traffic. But so that's why those 3 notarizations in that one day knocked me out. It just wiped me out. And I did that over a good little period of time. So I was burnt out. But I think that week I made over $1,000 in that one week. You can't beat that. And that might have been, I made $1,000 over like 3 or 4 days because it was around Christmas. And Christmas season is hot. Closer it gets to Christmas, it's hot. Especially when other people don't want to do jobs. And you would be surprised. Like, everybody is like, well, the market is saturated with notaries now. And that may be true, but there are not a lot of good and efficient notaries. People have so many mistakes from not reading the documents and not following through, not dropping docs on time. So yeah, there might be in quantity a lot, but that's why the different companies, like I said earlier, cut people off so quickly. Because if you're messing up, they don't need you in their database. So they'll tell SnapDocs, they'll tell SnapDocs something about block this notary or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it says on the back end. But alrighty, I'm so happy. But yeah, you have to be efficient, and there are not a lot of people who are efficient at doing this. And also, everybody is looking at remote online notary. Let me tell you something. That part, there are only 865 remote online notaries in what? Whole Texas. So they are hard to find. So with us getting ready, learning this system, we are definitely going to be ahead of the curve. So come on, let's do it. Let's do it. There aren't a lot. It's not oversaturated. Everybody doesn't work full time. There's so many areas. Houston is large. And I just think there's enough money for everybody in the system, I really and truly do. There was one notary, I think she's on YouTube, and I was going to watch her video today, but she was talking about how she makes $10,000 a month. That's doable. If that's your full-time job, absolutely. Especially if you built relationships with various title companies, it doesn't seem hard to do. And I'm a member of a group on Facebook too. And one of my friends there showed me a video of the back of his car. How he has the back of his SUV set up with a full printer, scanner, battery charger. I mean, big industrial size printer. It's like a big heavy printer. So I'm going to add that video. He gave me permission to add that video for you all too, just so that you can see it. I'll do that. This week. I'll add that video this week. Oh, wow. There are a lot of people back at Disney World. That's scary. And in Houston, it's too daggum hot to be outside, let alone in a mask. I almost smothered to death today. I was standing outside waiting on my cousin to open the door, and real talk got weak. I was like, why is it so thick out here? I mean, it was so hot. And then my little cousin's son, he came over with me, and he was like, I'm ready to go back. I want to go back. I mean, we were out there freaking suffocating. So I can't imagine being in Orlando right now in Disney World. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's too hot. And how's the weather in Miami? Let me know. How's the weather where you are? Because I know it's hot here. So even having to wear a mask, the heat and humidity is brutal. Absolutely, Lanisha. It's freaking brutal. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, it's been raining all day. So, market update. Like I said in a previous video, I see foreclosures coming on the rise. And let me tell you why. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac account for about 50% of all mortgages in the United States. Those mortgages qualified for, I think, up to 180 days in forbearance. The other 50 may or may not have qualified. A forbearance means that they will, it's a delayed payment, basically. After that delay is over, you can either start making your payments as usual and also put together, some type of payment plan where you pay extra a month, or they can take the entire amount of your payments that were due in that 180 days and put it at the back end of your loan. So you just start making your regular payments again. They cannot keep doing that forever, number one. Number two is a lot of people got that plan who were did not have Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans, and all the lenders are giving them are reinstallment plans, meaning that you make your normal monthly mortgage payment plus extra. And there's not a lot of wiggle room, from what I've been told, in the extra that you're paying. So that doesn't even include, what's going on with the 40 million people who lost their jobs. Yeah, they put back maybe 2 or 3 million jobs, but okay, it's still millions of people who are without jobs right now. So a market crash is inevitable. Will foreclosures increase? Absolutely. Will notaries be affected? Absolutely not. We are going to make money both ways. We make money when the market is good. We make money when the market is bad. Even when they have foreclosure documents, those documents have to be notarized, so we still make money. We still make money. So, living below, give it a minute. Yeah, within the next year. So my projection, and this is from me being on every side of this market now, I've been a real estate investor. I've been, I've owned apartment complexes. I've done all kinds of stuff. So in just looking at this, and I've been doing this since 1999 when I first graduated from college. So in looking at the cycle that it's going through, I project that we'll start seeing some foreclosure activity around October-ish. That activity will increase and increase and increase, and by March of 2021, we'll be in the full swing of things. So living below, if you are thinking about buying a house next year, wait until about March, because it should get better. And you may be able to get a foreclosure for a really good price. And putting 20% down, you'll probably be able to get a much better deal. And if any of you are interested in investing in real estate, this is too funny. I am a businesswoman, you hear me? I make money. My notary stuff is for my extra money to go on a trip or do whatever, but usually I put all of my money back into my businesses. So for advertising, for this, for that. So if you are interested in investing in real estate, I'm also starting an investment mentorship for millennials. Now that doesn't mean that other people cannot apply, but I just created a Facebook group today. You can go to Facebook and join the group. It's called Millennial Masterclass. And just let me know. It's called Millennial Masterclass. So what's the echo? Is my system echoing? Okay, Roses, so you want to get a small apartment and generate passive income? That's doable. So you're going to get an apartment and you're going to Airbnb it. That's very doable. So you'll furnish it, Airbnb it. If you're doing that, you won't need a realtor. You can use an apartment locator. You don't pay them, the actual apartment complex pays them. So that's pretty good. Only thing about it is you have to ask them about it. There are condos that are individually owned that absolutely don't mind you doing that, but I would check because some apartment complexes will not let you do that. Oh, there is an echo. Why is the thing echoing? See, it'd be one thing after another. I don't know why that would make it echo. One moment. Okay, let's see if this will help. Is that better? Okay, is that better? Let me know in the comments if it's still echoing or is that better? Yes, it is a good time to be a notary signing agent. Absolutely. Yes. Because we do everything in the mortgage industry, whether it's good or bad. Regarding forbearance programs, we, when they need to have documents notarized, whenever a lender needs to have a packet or anything notarized, then we're the ones that go out and do it. So yeah, it's a good time. And I mean, investors will, oh good, thank you. Investors will be, thank y'all for telling me. Now, if it's anything wrong on y'all's end, y'all have to tell me because I don't know. Awesome. Okay. Because last time I had this thing on and it was echoing. So I don't know what causes that freaking echo. But investors will be buying properties as well. So the buying probably won't stop. It'll increase, It'll be a different, different types of transactions. But transactions will still be going on. It's going to be a major transfer of wealth. And that's why I'm excited about starting to mentor people in the investing arena. Let me give y'all the group. Let me give y'all my group's page. Because I want y'all, I just created this group. And I want you to join it if you feel led to, if you want to learn about how to invest in real estate. This is my Facebook group. I haven't even posted anything yet. I just thought about it and said, man, I know that people can, I know that it'll bless some people because I have a lot of knowledge to give in this area. So I want to start teaching them now before the market crashes, and so that they'll be in a predicament to either. There are so many ways to make money. Like you can make money in real estate from investing, from just finding good deals. And I have methods where I'm teaching my students to invest with compassion. Because, man, it can be such a get-you-gotcha world. I don't like that. That's not my personality, and I don't teach people in that way. So I want to, if people are interested in keeping their homes, I want to be able to walk them through the process of keeping their homes. That's what this whole doggone Facebook, this page was about when I created it. It was about helping homeowners keep their homes. That's still what I want to do, if they can. However, if you've lost your income and you don't know when you'll be working again, you really, really, really need to consider downsizing. It's not forever, but there's no reason to lose your home. Go on and sell it. So I want us to be able to
help people with both sides, and that is one of the benefits of working with me, is that I've done that before. Like, I mean, I was a millionaire in real estate before. I've lived a life, child. I'm telling you, it's a lot that has happened in these little 45 years. I've been abased and I've been abound, like the Apostle Paul said. But in all things, I'm learning to be content. Yeah. So that means I've been rich and I've been poor. And I'm talking about poor where I ain't have underwear. I couldn't afford a pair of underwear. So I've been in both spots. So I get it. And I think that's what part of my reason for wanting to help so many people and doing what I do is because, man, I've been there. I've done this. I don't see the joy in it if you can't give back to people and help other people along the way. And I still make money doing it. I still make good money doing it. So even if I'm giving stuff away, I'm still making good money doing whatever I'm doing. Oh, thank you. I'm glad y'all are here with me. Hit that like button if you're here. There are a whole 18 people here. People have been in and out. Let me know if you have any questions on anything real estate related. I've been in this industry for a long time. I know a whole bunch of stuff. Flipping homes. Like I said, who asked me that, Roses? I hope I answered your question. But yeah, flipping homes is going to be a heck of a thing to do when this market changes. And like I said, that'll start, my projection is around October. And that'll go on, and the peak of it will probably be, around next March. Now, I'm going to come back on here. We're going to see how my projection panned out. I'm curious to see what the government is going to do. You can only do so much. You can only do so much. And the way they're handling this whole COVID thing is just like, man, what in the world? I do not want to send my 13-year-old daughter back to school. Not interested. Me and my cousins have talked about it, M. Cooper, expanding the mentorship program to different states. Here's what I feel comfortable doing. I feel comfortable with helping people walk through the documents from other states. So if you want to sit with me before you go to your first signing and we walk through all of your documents and I tell you what is what and have you go back and forth and we explain it and role play, good with that. But every state has different rules. So I don't know the rules in all other states. I mean, even on the document that I did just recently, she lived in I think Carrollton, Texas. And I had a question on, oh dang, I'm in Harris County and I've only done signings in Harris County. I've never had another county on my document. So I had to contact my cousin and ask her, oh snap, what county am I supposed to use here? Because I'm in Harris County, but the individual who I'm signing with is in Tarrant County, I believe. So yeah, I didn't know. Especially I didn't know that right offhand because that was something new for me. And it's going to be something new, doggone there. I don't care how long you do it. It's going to be something new. So that's why it's always good to have a mentor or somebody to call and ask questions. NNA does an awesome job at answering questions too. Now, they answer more of the legal questions than the actual how-to questions. That's the thing. So, people are like, well, I don't need a mentor because I can just call NNA. Yeah, they answer a different set of questions. But I think you need both. And NNA is free. I mean, you sign up for $60 a year and then you can call them anytime. Other than, of course, when they're closed. Yes. Okay, Dark and Lovely Goddess. That's what I'm going to do. I'm enrolling her in an online school. And I kind of hate that because I really want her to be in the class. But, man, I ain't doing it. I'm not killing her. I'm not killing me. And no. We might be asymptomatic, but no, we're not doing it. I'm not stupid. So I am going to enroll her in online classes. So, Rick Saban, let me think. Can you sell the mortgage insurance, mortgage protection insurance? Can I offer mortgage protection? What state are you in? Let me know that, because it's considered a conflict of interest to do that. The clients who hire you to go into somebody else's home only want you to represent their company. And if you are there and you sign something else, it makes it sort of look like that company that asked you to go there to sign those documents is selling that product, mortgage insurance, to the homeowner. So you have to be sure in making that distinction that, hey, this isn't affiliated with the company that hired me to come and do the signings, but this is something else that I don't know if you're interested in, but I offer mortgage protection insurance. But let me know what city and state you're in. That's good, Roses. That's good. Yeah, I'm afraid to too with my daughter. Oh, so you're in Texas. Hey, contact me. Get on. I'm interested in seeing your product, mortgage protection. I want to see what you have. So let's get on a call, McAllen. Okay. Let's get on a call. My Calendly is in the chat up top. I'll enter it again for y'all. Because I spoke to a lady in England. I have a friend, and she was telling me that they offer that in England. I have not seen a whole lot of mortgage protection insurance, so I'm interested in seeing what you have. How do I get, being an independent contractor and having a home-based business, how do I get organized for taxes? So, when you sign up with SnapDocs, all of your payments will come from SnapDocs, and they also have you to fill out a 1099 form. Well, that makes it a whole lot easier when tax time comes for you to be able to do your taxes. Also, I have a tax guy that I work with, and I use I have a business account, and I use this software, this app on my phone called Truebill, and it helps me categorize my personal expenses from my business expenses. So that's a big deal. And if you have a business account, then only business should be used, like when you're going to get gas. You can also get a Exxon gas card. Exxon gas is never cheap in Houston for some reason. Shell is always cheaper than Exxon. And you don't get the reward rates on the gas card, the business gas card. However, it does help establish your business credit. So, I think you should get a business account, get a business debit card, and all of your business expenses, including paper, any recurring, whatever, then you can just put it on the business stuff. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all you need to have a business account is a DBA. And right now the comptroller's offices are closed, so you can mail it in. You can download the form from online and mail that in. Okay, what do I think about NACA? I love NACA. I think it's an awesome program. I think you can get a lot of house with NACA, and it's a process, and a lot of people don't want to go through the entire process that's required for NACA, but I personally believe it's totally worth it. What do you think of NACA, Lanisha? Have you been through the program? 9 inches for your little. Who are you, 9 inches? What's your name? You are welcome living below. Oh Lord, get off of my comment. Anybody else have any notary questions? I've been on here for an hour. I'm excited. I'm excited for you all. Rakeeza, I'm looking forward to talking to you. Like I said, if y'all are interested in learning how to invest in real estate, please don't hesitate to contact me. NACA, I love NACA. I know people who've gotten houses from NACA and, you know, had all of the benefits of NACA. It's awesome. It's awesome. You just got to go through the process. Are you in Georgia, JR 100? You are in New Jersey. I have a friend in Jersey, and I'll have to ask her. I'm not really sure if it's exclusively an attorney state. I know Georgia's like that too. That's why I asked you that. I'll definitely find out though. Yeah, I don't know. Do they allow you to do notary signings in Georgia if you are not a notary, or do you just go along with the attorney? I'm not sure of how that even works. Okay, where do you get notary loan signing training? What exactly do you mean the training? So do you mean, because the National Notary Association offers a training that helps you to get certified. And that is an awesome training. It's long and it can be boring, but it is a very good and thorough training. And they make you take that probably once every year, I think. But I actually enjoy it. You just got to get through it. If you want training on how to go over the docs and, you know, how to build your business, then that would be a personal notary coach or a mentor. I, Latanya Johnson, Solutions by TJ, me and my cousins and my family, we offer mentoring in the state of Texas. So please don't hesitate to reach out. My Calendly is here. I'll put it in here again. A business license is not required. No. A business license is not required. I was saying she was asking me a question about how do I keep everything together and organized for tax time. And I was telling her that for tax time, I have a business account, all of my business expenses as far as whatever paper, whatever dues for the National Notary Association, my gas, my payments to Doc Verify, all of that comes out of my business account. So it's easy to have all of my stuff together during tax time. And in order to open a business account, you need at least a DBA. That's why I was saying you needed a license, not to be a notary. You can use your social. Well, you know, I mean, NACA can help because I think it's no closing costs, or maybe real low closing costs. So it's still good. And I think their rates are always lower than, like, so if the normal rate, I mean, the one that I was quoted not long ago was like 2.8, I think their rate may be lower than that. They are very, very, very competitive. So I don't know, you know, I would definitely check them out. my issue with NACA is I want to move fast. Once I decide to do something, I'm ready to do it right then. So maybe I need to, if I want to do NACA, I need to start preparing for it now so that when I'm ready to move, I ain't just, trying to work through their system and get everything done. I don't know about other states. Chicago, I didn't know you had to be have a real estate license to flip houses. You didn't used to, because I've lived in Chicago. And I know a bunch of investors in Chicago. But it was wild, wild west out there, just like it is all over the United States with flipping houses. It can be a cold, dirty world if you're not dealing with the right people. But maybe that's why, because there was so much corruption and stuff in that field. So now you have to be a licensed agent in order to do it. I don't know. But an attorney state is a state where closings can only, signing documents are not done by notaries. They're done by actual attorneys. And that's the only way to do it. So those are the states to do that. Jackie, right now we are only offering our mentorship program in Texas because I don't know all the other states. I can help you go through the documents, but I don't know all the other states. Living below, I contact NACA. It doesn't hurt. I've had an appointment with them before. I went to their seminar that they have, the introductory seminar. I don't think it would be a bad thing. How much do I get per signing from direct business? Between 100 and 125. And SnapDocs is direct business, normally. Between 100 and 125. So if I were to go to the title company, it can be, yeah. Well, no. I'm sorry. Did I say 125? Direct business, between 100 and 150. Yeah. Oh, wow, Oklahoma. Sheesh. To wholesale, you have to have a license now. Well, you know what, guys? I actually have a solution that you may be interested in, because here's the deal with wholesaling. Most people who wholesale a house never take ownership of that house, and that's the issue. So you're selling a house that you don't own. You do not need an agent to sell a house that you own. So there is a way for you to do a double closing and own the house. And this is how it goes. Say you find a house. The seller is willing to sell it to you for $100,000. The house is worth $150,000. Right? It needs some work, not a whole lot, carpet, paint, and it'll be good. Okay? So you sign your contract with the seller for $100,000. You go to the title company. Wait. You sign the contract with the seller for $100,000. You find an investor who will buy it for $110,000. You go to the title company. You use what's called transactional funding, where you will do a double closing. On the first part of the closing, you will buy the house cash for $100,000. On the second part of the closing, you will sell the house for $110,000. You get it? So you pay, when you sell the house, you get $110,000. That means that you pay the seller and you take $10,000, and then the investor who bought the house from you now has ownership of the house. But you actually bought the house with transactional funding. That made that your house. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Type it in if you get it, or if I'm going too fast, or whatever. You have to take ownership of the house. So that's a whole different issue with wholesaling. That's a whole different issue. I don't understand. Hey, Roses for me, what do you mean flip a house? Because you can't flip a house that you don't own. So why would you need a license to sell a house that you own? You can't sell somebody else's property. So if I have a house and I come to you, dark and lovely goddess, and I say, hey, you know anybody who will sell my house? You say, oh, how much you gonna pay me in commission? I say, well, shoot, girl, I'll pay you, 2-3%. You can't do that because you don't own the house and you aren't an agent. But if you own the house, you don't need an agent. You can sell it to whoever you want. As long as you take ownership of the house. And in my program, we do have transactional funding. We offer people transactional funding. We offer that as a service. I actually don't offer it, but I have access to a company who offers it to us for a fair rate. And the rates can range anywhere from 1% to 12%, to be honest with you. But you got to think about it, right? So on a $100,000 deal, even if they charge 12%, so that's what, $1,200? Let me see, 100,000 times 12%. No, that ain't gonna work. So 12% would be too high because you ain't even making 12%. So, but even if they charge, what I paid for it in the past was between 3 and 5%. So that would be, a doable deal. That's $3,000. So for $100,000 you making 10, then you pay $3,000 to use somebody else's money. You still walked away with $7,000, man. That ain't bad. What your $100,000? You gotta pay to play. That's just how it goes. Even if it was $5,000, I walked away with a good $5,000 and without doing a whole bunch of work. In less than a month, I'm good. They do not let you print docs at title companies. Nope, you can print it at your house. I wouldn't even say, you aren't even supposed to print it at your job. I'm doing this simultaneously on both platforms right now. I am live on both YouTube and Facebook. And if anybody has any questions for me, do not hesitate to ask, talk to me, let me know what you need. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I don't know if y'all enjoy this, but I sure doggone do. I love talking to y'all. I like doing it on these Sunday nights too, but I gotta go my butt to bed because with my full-time job, I have to go in this heat tomorrow in the field. Yay! With a mask on, Lord. Pray for me. With a freaking mask on. Can you believe you standing in this heat with a mask on? So yeah, I'm going to be sweating and trying to breathe. But I'm going to get off of here for tonight, guys. And I thank you all for joining Solutions by TJ. Please do not leave here without liking this video and scheduling an appointment if you need me. Would you say it's better to be online signing or mobile? I would say it's better to do both. Right now, mobile is not as requested as it's going to be when everybody has coronavirus. When it first came out, it was crazy. You know, when coronavirus first came out, everybody was trying to go mobile, and the mobile system, the remote systems were not set up properly at that time. But I believe the remote way is going to be the new way. It's just not there yet. So I do both. Living below, I still work a 9 to 5. I'm an engineer. So that's what I got to go do tomorrow. Like I said, I've been rich and I've been poor. So right now I'm in a, you know, when I was rich, it was in the early 2000s until I went broke in 2008 when the market crashed. Just like a whole bunch of other people I know. So since then, I'm digging myself out of the hole. I had a baby and all other kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And I'm going to build myself back up and keep on going and just try to enjoy the journey and learn what life has to offer, and, you know, whatever lessons you're supposed to gain from this, so that when my my colleagues and people that I mentor go through something like this, I can help them, you know, wipe their little blood, sweat, and tears up off of the floor and say, come on, hey, you're going to make it. You'll live through it. And they'll be able to call and cry on my shoulder, and I can hug them and say, hey, this ain't going to last always. Let me show you how to get back up. And isn't that what life is about? If I ain't go through anything, I wouldn't be able to tell y'all anything. So, yeah. All right, y'all stay safe out there. And I love y'all so much. I'm glad y'all found my channel. I enjoy talking to y'all. Y'all are awesome and wonderful. Y'all stay safe. And I'm praying for you and your families. And I'm rooting for all of y'all. We're going to do so well. Y'all take care. God bless.